Well, now where residents are facing a price hike in their power bills. AEP is looking to increase their revenue by $95 million. Now, Virginian state senators are hoping to convince the State Corporation Commission to intervene. Our Clayton McChesney takes a closer look.
Appalachian Power is requesting to increase revenue by 5.1% by increasing electric rates in Virginia to help restore damaged power lines. However, one Virginia senator says the damage is caused by years of neglect and poor management on the part of AEP.
We call and complain every single year about trees, about undergrowth, overgrowth that is affecting, and it's just very frustrating.
Senator Hackworth is part of a group of senators in Virginia who are trying to get the State Corporation Commission to stop the rate increase. The group hoped by encouraging the SCC to step in, this will encourage Appalachian Power to either lower cost or sell their service territory to another energy provider. He says this is a matter of life or death for many in Virginia, who will have to choose between heating their homes or paying for other necessities.
The high cost of groceries, of gas, of insurance, of interest rates, of inflation, and then put higher electric bills on top of that. A lot of them are just literally call us in tears, crying, say we're going to have our electricity cut off. We can't even afford the payment plans.
Senator Hackworth says Virginians who will be impacted if this increase goes into effect can have their complaints heard by adding their name to his online petition that will be given to the commissioner. Here for you, I'm Clayton McChesney, WVVA News.
All right, thank you for that, Clayton. Senator Hackworth says another solution to the rising energy costs is by bringing natural gas to constituents there in Virginia. Stay with us. We've got more news.